of this year. In the bottom left, in the red, he is
Samsung Galaxy Can Solar.
Little smirk.
In the upper left, in the blue, his ID is
SK Telecom T1 Dark.
All business here.
So, again, two players have had some fantastic strats they've used today. Now we're going to see when everything's on the line in a ZVZ on this map, Nimbus, what is the absolute best way for them to win? I don't even want to say safest way, because that's not even necessarily what they might go for. Whatever they think is their best chance to win.
Solar is actually going for the build Dark did in game number 1. It looks like. It looks like.
We have
Wasn't expecting this.
Okay.
Very interesting to see it come out of Solar instead of Dark. So it seems like this is actually a new build that we're going to maybe see more of in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, if these guys think it's this good, I guess we are going to have it.
I mean, if you get up the ramp, it's so wide open. You have lots of room to actually micro. It's going to be hard to actually defend correctly against Speedlings and Banes. But getting up that ramp, I think, is the problem. That's the hard part. How do you actually get up there? It's so thin, unless you kill the rocks, which would take a really long time.
Well, it depends. You know, when you're on a map like this, people can be so greedy. Oh my God, he just gets right over there. Notice that he spotted the creep and then went to the right.
Yeah.
But he bumps into the Overlord anyway, so...
So he knows that he knows.
Yep. Now, what's also important to note is that he's not going to know that this is quick Speedlings.
Well, he does know that there's no hatchery in the back natural.
That's true. That's true.
So that's kind of important, and he's positioning his Overlord in such a place that he can see any lings coming out and count them. Now, here's a difference between what Solar and Dark did. Solar starts the Baneling nest way faster.
Yeah, Dark actually waited so that the drone would mine a few extra minerals.
Yeah,
I don't think you actually need the Baneling's nest this fast.
I think you're right. You don't actually need it this fast.
Wait until they're
I felt like Dark's was maybe just slightly slow as well. It seemed like he wanted to be morphing Banelings at one point when he couldn't. Yeah, Baneling nest probably doesn't need to finish until slightly after speed.
It's not like it's hard to support what you're doing off this one base, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, he does not send the lings out yet. Still waiting.
Yeah, he really wants to pull them.
Okay, so we have them all headed northbound right now. One spine crawler finishes over here in the main right now for Dark.
I don't like.
Second one starts up.
Yeah, I don't like the positioning there. It's going to be hard to run drones away through that hole now because the hole is blocked. So Banelings may be able to get a connection. We'll see,
That's a very good point, Artosis.
You know, if Dark has good micro, he can just hold on.
10 more lings hatching now. Okay, he's just making the Banelings right there. Going to send these lings up here to survey what's going on before he comes in and attacks. Takes a peek, goes up here. Oh, you got to be careful, man.
Uh-oh. Well, he doesn't know how long these have been going.
Oh, my God, that was close.
Well, it looks like he's going to be able to... Oh, that was actually a very good explosion.
Yep.
And
Solar's coming up here now, and there's nothing to save this hatchery right now.
Feels like this was actually kind of a good map to do this on. If he gets this free hatchery kill, already he's going to be ahead.
Well, not to mention, he could still dive in with the Banelings. And notice where the positioning even of the evolution chamber, Artosis?
Yeah. Everything
I think the Banelings can actually go in there, and this is like fish in a barrel, man.
It might be, but with 2 spines and 2 queens, it's going to be hard to get past.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, the queen's actually blocking that at your bread. I didn't even see that. So, let's see, man. Can he manage to get in here and do anything impactful?
I'm not sure.
I mean, it's important to note, though, Dark just kind of stuck right now, unable to do that much. And now he can get up here now if he wants to with the Banelings.
Yeah, he's being very careful about this, though.
We have defensive Banelings being made now, too.
Well, that's important. Once he gets some defensive Banelings, he can actually retake his natural, whereas right now we actually have Solar taking his natural. So he's getting way ahead. He's actually making more drones. He's going to have his expansion running first. Ooh, that's
funny. I think it was the Overlord coming out.
Yeah, I guess if you don't cancel it, it must be, right? Not going to let Lings hatch into that.
I was watching that. I'm like, those lings are going to get so owned.
Well, with 3 queens and defensive banelings, this pressure is basically done.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's getting his own hatch set up. And this is actually, you got to respect Solar for doing this because he doesn't want to risk anything.
Yeah.
Okay, did I do the maximum amount of damage? Is anything beyond this a risk that could possibly hurt me? That could possibly cost me the game? Okay, then I'm not going to do it. So he goes back home.
Well, it's just fantastic play. Being up drones right now. The fact that he already has speed, his opponent's trying to get it. He's getting a layer, his opponent is not. Dark is behind in pretty much every way right now. In fact, yeah, every way except for queen count. And I guess
I don't know
spine
if
crawler
that's the
count.
kind of advantage you want.
No, probably not. Like, I mean, the queens are very nice. They're going to be useful all game long, but I'd much rather have the extra drones. I'd rather have the hatchery already mining, the extra production.
35 drones to 29 with Dark in the deficit, man. Damn. We do have the Roach Warren that started up here for Solar, as well as an Evolution Chamber. Now we do have an Evolution Chamber 2 here for Dark.
Spire time. I love it. I love to see Spire on this map, and especially in this position where he got map control. It's really hard for his opponent to actually scout out what's going on. The layer is so late, he can't actually do a Roach attack. Like, by the time he has Roach speed to move across the map, the mutas will be out. Mutas will be out and about all over the place. So what does Dark do from here? Does he turtle up with that? Does he try to go for Hydras? Does he try to make a Nidus? These are some of his options, but they're all a little bit tough.
Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of Overlords all over the map here. So this is going to be a really great moment here for Solar to just clean up all the Overlords on the map, which is going to be a lot of minerals lost, a lot of supply lost. I think Solar is, in fantastic shape. I think he's doing this all correct.
Yeah, I completely agreed. And mutas are pretty uncommon in the Korean metagame at the moment for ZVZ. We really don't see them that often, but this is the kind of exception right here. A great time to choose.
This is the matchup where you don't normally mass mutas.
No, certainly not.
Just
Spores are machine guns against mutas.
Okay, so the Spire's done. We have 7 mutas, 8 mutas, mutts, coming on out here.
Yeah, and well, with this complete control, it's pretty nice. He's going to be able to switch into his own roaches without too much hassle, really. He's getting that roach horn already. And uh-oh.
He knows, he sees it.
He finally does. This will be taken out.
If he wasn't sure that, he definitely knows Mutalists are out now.
All right, well, Spores are on the way. The Muta's making a beeline up there.
Okay, is he going to be ready? The Mutas are now about to all meet up, and it looks like attack into wherever they can actually do more damage, taking out Overlords here on the way.
I don't know that he's going to be able to do any economic damage here, but certainly he can, kill off Overlords. He can harass lightly all over the place. Oh, see that? Oh man, it's just so fast.
So much damage from the Spores.
Yeah, that's a good amount of queens. Thing is, I think these mutas will keep him busy long enough that we can see a massive switch into roaches with that quicker third base from Solar. Because Solar does have 12 more drones, which means his actual production is going to be pretty awesome.
9 roaches hatching here. Initially I was pretty excited to see him go for the muta play, and now I'm actually wondering if this was a bit of a mistake.
I like it.
I still like it?
The thing is, for his opponent to attack, right, he has to have anti-air. Does he go for Hydras? In that case, we're going to have way more mutas for Solar. Does he bring his queens? In that case, it takes so long to walk across the map. Is he going to go in for infestors? In that case, he has to turtle for the next, 10 minutes, really, to build up a big enough army and a cost-efficient enough army. So I am liking this a lot.
I mean, I guess what I like most about what's going on for Solar is just this massive supply lead he got.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess you might be right. The mutas don't actually have to do as much damage as they do cause a deterrent and distract the opposing player. And he's coming up here, and this is actually a great angle. He can actually basically avoid the spines.
And some really nice baneling detonations there from Solar, pushing forward right now. Trying to pick off anything he can. Can he actually get the hatchery?
I think he should be able to get it.
Yeah, it looks like he will be able to.
Here, yeah, there's just not enough transfusions. Nicely done.
Fantastic move. Look at this. He is up so many drones. He's up a base. He has more roaches. Everything is in his advantage except for Infestor Tech. And Infestor Tech is powerful. There's a small chance that Dark can make a comeback from this, but it's very small indeed. His army supply is half that of his opponent's.
Okay, the roaches are coming down now again. And this is another engagement. I don't know if this is going to go favorably here for Dark. I mean, he looks like he's just getting overwhelmed. And plus, these mutas are just here doing so much damage as well.
Yeah, they're adding a lot to it.
The glaives bouncing and everything. 166 supply to 99. Are you kidding me? The roaches are continuing to come down now. I think this is the tipping point, man. I think this is actually where the game is going to end.
I believe so.
The roaches are starting to snowball here for Solar.
Well, he has a couple of infestors come out. They will not make enough difference. It is impossible for a couple of fungals to change the tides of this battle. And it looks like Solar, with a really nice strategy, will take this game and advance into the round of 16.
Yeah. Solar did it. Great ending game there. Nice tech switch. Throwing those mutas out there and then just getting this huge lead.
Yeah.
And so that does it, guys. Flash and Solar are the two final players to make it into the round of 16 in the GSL Code S.
Really well played. I'm especially stunned by how well Flash did today. It's fantastic to see him in such great shape.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see how far he can actually go this season.
He's a bit of a wild card in this tournament. I mean, he could actually, from the way today looked, he could be like really far, actually.
Yeah, he could potentially, the way he's been playing lately and the way he played today, finally in the GSL played this well, he is a contender to actually take home the entire tournament.
Now, guys, do not turn off your TVs yet, your pooters yet. We have a surprise for you.
Yes.
And we can't tell you what that is, but we're going to show you guys that in a second. So we're going to cut to a short break.
Really short break.
Really short break. So just sit tight, and we'll be right back.
You really want to see this, so don't go anywhere.
Stay tuned.